Hi guys, and welcome to the Ace Tanker for the AMX M4 the Tier 7 French heavy tank, although technically it doesn't have a lot of armor, so it's difficult calling this thing a heavy tank, unless in this case you are top tier like I am in this game. Now, while the tank doesn't have a lot of armor for a heavy, what it does have is a fantastic final gun. It has a 90mm with 212mm of penetration and 240 alpha damage. It is a really good gun. It's pretty accurate, and it really makes the tank. I'm not hating this tank. I really thought I would dislike this tank, especially after going through the ARL and the BDR, but the AMX M4 isn't bad. It's not a tank I'm going to keep, but it's not a bad tank. It really is a support tank, and it's got a gun that means you can damage a lot of higher tier tanks. Even if you get this into a tier 8 game or tier 9 game, the penetration on this gun means you can actually do damage with it. As I say, the problem is it doesn't have a lot of armor, so if you do come up against higher tier tanks, the tank does suffer. When you're top tier, it's pretty good. So we are here on Kirkov in a very close game. It's a 54%er, so it could go either way, and let's just get going. Now, this was a game played off stream, so it's going to be the first time you guys will have seen this. And as I'm top tier, I'm just going to play it like a traditional heavy. If I was bottom tier or mid tier, I would probably play it a little bit more passively, use it as a sniper, use it as a support tank. But yeah, the gun is just really good on this tank. You can see it's got a 7.42 reload for me. Aim time isn't great, but it's usable. So I'm pre-aiming on this corner, waiting for the enemy tanks to advance. I suppose it's a good thing. I was driving the FCM50T, the Tier 8 French premium tank, for a long time before I actually got this tank, and I think I played this tank a little bit better because of the FCM50T. So nothing seems to be coming down the banana road, and I decide to advance. Now, I haven't watched this since actually playing it, and that was lag. That was lag suffered in-game at the time. So KV2, and I have more than enough penetration to go through the side of his turret. He's not using the derp gun, so I'm not that afraid. He does put a shot into me. 344, very high roll. But he's a whole tier lower, and I've got 1200 hit points. So as I say, this tank has a lot of hit points, and it needs to have those hit points due to the fact it doesn't have a lot of armor. So I notice that my team is being very aggressive. They've pushed up on the road to my right. KV2 misses his shot, or may have been trying to shoot someone else. Oh, and RT is just taking a shot. So we've spotted RT, go for one shot, someone else takes him out. And again, I can be a little bit more aggressive in this tank because I'm top tier, and also because my team are being very aggressive. So again, shot into the side of his turret. Don't really want to get hit by him because he did a lot of damage first time round. And that time he rolls quite a lot lower, 266, but we do get another shot into him. And as I say, I've got hit points. So we finish him off. We're up to 1000 damage or 1100 damage, and just the one kill so far. So GW Panther spotted in the distance. Do I have a shot? Yes, I do. Not much of a shot, but we shave off most of his health. Go for a blind shot, finish him off for kill number 2, and now an Su-85 appears and he bounces. Don't have much to shoot at, but we sneak a shot in, and as I say, the gun is fairly accurate. Quite rapid firing for what it is. Aim time could be better, but it's not bad, it's usable. So I'm on 2 kills, 1600 damage. This KV3 is waiting for me to drive around the corner. I'm using third person to actually see where he's aiming. So he's just fired. Now we can pop out And I'm trying to set him on fire with shots to his engine. So I think he's just fired. Nope, I missed. That was another tank firing, but we get another shot in. He's reversing, and I'm not going to reload in time. So I don't want to pop this corner. I know that there was a KV-1S, but the KV-1S is flanking us. So I turn around, get a shot into the KV-1S. I was going to flank those guys, but they had the same idea. But he's reloading, so we're able to come around the corner, finish him off for kill number 3. We're on 2.5k damage now. And I notice a T-29 and KV-1S down to my right, and let's poke and deal with this KV-3 again. He's just fired, and I've got his reload beaten. So we can sit here, aim at his weak spots, and somehow bounce on his thickest armor. Shot goes low. So SU-100 puts a big shot in. He takes on the SU-100. Again, we're aiming for his weak spots. And unfortunately, leave him on 20 health. Now I really need to finish this guy off quickly because, as you can see, tanks are behind me. But once again, I bounce on his toughest armor even though I was aiming at his weak spots. We finish him off for kill number 4. I'm up to 3,000 damage now, and we've been flanked. So there's a Lux, T-29, KV-1S down here, and they're all on quite a lot of health. Jagdpanther takes out the Lux, and I'm thinking no pressure, no major pressure. SU-100 should be able to take out the Sturmil. Don't want to deal with that T-29. Not yet, anyway. And now it is 1 or 2v2 or so, I think. And unfortunately, I thought I would get a snapshot into that T-29. I miss. He hits. And I reverse. And I think I'm quite safe. Yep, our VK was engaging the KV-1S, but unfortunately KV-1S takes out the VK. I get a shot into the T-29 again and die. Yeah, SU-100 took out the Sturmil, but unfortunately I bit off more than I could chew. I was a little bit too aggressive. Rush of blood to the head. Took a snapshot at the T-29 and missed it, and as a result, wasn't able to finish him off. So T-29 comes around the corner, SU-100 puts one shot in, and T-29 bounces, but pretty soon finishes off the SU-100. So very, very close game there. SU-100, if he had a fraction faster reload, he would have taken out the T-29 for a win. But yeah, it was an ace tanker on a defeat, thanks to a rush of blood to the head and me rushing a shot. To be honest, I didn't really need to rush. So in a recent 112 video, that was also an ace tanker on a defeat. I did say that I had a few ace tankers on defeats. This was another one. So we got the ace tanker, we also got high caliber. I finished top on XP with 1394, 3,697 damage and 4 kills. So really, really nice damage, but then again I was top tier and it could have been a much, much better game. But yeah, unfortunately I do suffer from brain farts now and again. Fired 21, hit 19, and pen 17. The gun on the AMX M445 is a really, really good gun. And it's a shame about the armor. But I did spot 5, damage 7, destroy 4, and did 538 assistance damage with 44,500 credits. 2,091 XP with a premium account on some sort of special event. It wasn't my first game of the day because I did sit down to actually try and get the ace tanker in the tank. So I finished up with 2,613. So yeah, it was a pretty nice game, and it does show how good the gun on the AMX M4 is. It also shows that it has a lot of hit points, but it really does need those hit points, and it also showed that the AMX M4 doesn't have great armor. It's not a bad tank, but it's definitely not a tank I'm going to be keeping once I'm done with it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.